In my experience in watching anime, there are mainly 5 genres that I tend to stick to. One of the ones that I enjoy the most is the slice of life comedy genre with fantastic titles like His and Her Circumstances, Skull Rumble, and The Pet Girl of Sakura Soul. But every once in a while, and no matter what genre you find yourself enjoying, you're going to come across a series that you feel doesn't necessarily mix in with the rest. It doesn't come up to par. And today's series is definitely one of those, so let's get started. The series takes place in a very average high school setting and tells the story of Tanaka, a middle high school student whose goal in life is to live at ease without having to exert himself to do anything. However, he encounters multiple situations which interfere and keep him from always being able to live that lifestyle. He also meets a few colorful characters along the way who befriend him and some who even admire his way of thinking. Now we're going to start digging into the characters, starting with Tanaka. Tanaka is very soft-spoken and has a very carefree personality. He is also listless, and by that I mean very listless. He can fall asleep in just about any situation, even while walking in the cafeteria. He also is very forgetful. But that being said, he also has an air about him that makes some of the other characters that he meets feel more at ease and secure about themselves. Moving on to the support. Ota is Tanaka's best friend out of the series. He's hard to miss because you will see him carrying Tanaka around like a sack of potatoes half the time. He also constantly worries about Tanaka due to his listless lifestyle, and at the same time respects certain aspects of him. He's also more together than Tanaka is, on many different levels. Next up we have Miyano. Miyano is one of my favorite characters from the series. She's very energetic and outgoing, not to mention adorable. She can also be completely random at times, which makes her character very entertaining. Then there's Echizen or Etchan, who is one of Ota's childhood friends. She has a very tomboyish demeanor to her, but the flip side is, she has an obsession with anything cute. For example, if there's a cake or a cookie that's in the shape of a bunny or a bear, she won't eat it because it's considered too cute to her. Seriously though, eat your food! And lastly we have Shiraishi, who is another character that I really enjoyed out of the series. She's the class president and has a very caring and thoughtful nature about her, but she also has a secret. Now I won't reveal to you what that secret is, but I will say that it's a trope that you can find in one of the Slice of Life series that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. There will be a pull on her later on at the end. As far as the music goes though, the opening theme was done by the Unlimited Tones. It was easy to listen to and very enjoyable. However, the ending theme reminded me a little too much of the Super Mario Bros. Theme in some parts. But it had a rather catchy tune to it, so I can't mark it off, since a good opening and ending theme is crucial. One of the major problems that I have with the series is that I couldn't see what direction it was trying to take with the story. Usually, even in a slice of life comedy series, there's an underlying objective that it is trying to accomplish. A message, you could say. But with Tanaka-kun, I couldn't see that at all. The second issue is with Tanaka-kun himself. It would have been great if there was some underlying reason as to why Tanaka-kun has this listless personality about him. Like maybe it was due to some sort of ailment or condition that he has, or something terrible happened in his past that caused this personality of his to come to be. But no, Tanaka-kun is just lazy and sleeps all the time because he wants to. And it was something that I found myself getting tired of very quickly. And it also seemed as if the creator just kept putting Tanaka-kun in these awkward, stupid situations for no apparent reason than to just make him look like a complete idiot. And I was not a big fan of that. Now I know what you're thinking, but Kay, come on, this is supposed to be a comedy series. It's allowed to have those things in it. Why are you being so harsh? And now we are at our third issue, which is the comedy aspect itself, which I found it to be surprisingly lacking in. Even though there were some moments that did make me laugh, they were very few, and it seemed to me as if the series was trying to rely way too much on the fact that Tanaka-kun is listless and trying to make that seem humorous. Like they didn't really know what comedy was, so they kept putting him in these awkward scenes as if to ask the audience, "Hey, am I doing it right, guys? Is this funny? Do you find this funny? Well, do ya?" If they were going to try to use Tanaka's listlessness as a comical aspect in the series, they could have at least had it where Ota gets mad at him and scolds him from time to time for being so lazy. At least then it would have sold that comical vibe, like we've seen in so many other series that share this same type of trope. However, with Ota's constant concern for Tanaka's well-being, it took away from the comedy and was acting as it was trying to sell the impression that there might actually be a legitimate reason for concern over Tanaka's well-being, even though there isn't any. And with that being said, my final thoughts on this series are to watch at your own discretion. You may like it, you may not. It's not a series for everyone, especially if you're looking for a story with any type of direction. Well, that's it for today's review, guys. And please remember, everything said is simply my opinion, so don't take it personally. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like, and feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. And until next time, I'm Kei of Otaku Deity. See you next week.
ネトゲジャージでゴロゴロ掃除洗濯悪魔業闇の王様になるのあれま皆様大きいの毒落ちぶれたとか言わせ